Hi. So as I mentioned in my last video, I want to try a marinated bacon recipe that I learned from an army guy that I was deployed with on my last deployment. Lived a couple of air-conditioned metal boxes down from me. There's not much to do on a non-combat military base except grill, drink, and work out. My last base that I was on had one Mickey D's, a bowling alley, and about 4 movie theaters, and no matter which one of them you went to, there was a whole bunch of rowdy Marines who smelled like bug repellent, booze, and bad decisions. So anyway, let's get started. Like most recipes that are any good, this one's pretty simple. The only ingredients you need are bacon, brown sugar, a little bit of butter, and a liquefier. Now, when I ran across my counterpart Randy and a bunch of other guys that were getting ready to cook this, I don't remember the name of the army guy that actually did it, they were already marinating the bacon, and it was in these big metal tubs. And whatever they were using to liquefy the brown sugar, it could have been, well, just about anything. It could have been whiskey, could have been vegetable oil, for all I know. But knowing the Army was probably whiskey. Anyway, a friend of mine named Bob, who should do his own cooking show because his cooking is phenomenal, he suggested apple cider vinegar, so that's what we're going to go with today. So the first thing we need to do, we need to put some butter in a pan and melt it down a little bit. Doesn't take much. Just going to heat that up till it's a little bit liquidy. Once that's done, we'll come back. Alright, so while that's heating up, might as well take the bacon out of the package. Now, when those guys did it, they just left it all long, but the thing I'm going to marinate it in doesn't really have the room for big long pieces of bacon, so I'm going to cut it straight in half. Of course, I'm going to struggle with a plastic bag because why should this go smoothly, right? Coming along pretty good. For some reason my burner is crooked, so everything slides off to the right. There we go. Now, we're gonna add some sugar. Sugar. Oh, honey, honey. You are my candy girl. And you got me wanting you. I sang that song to a girl who worked at a candy shop in the airport that I used to work at. Got her number. How you like them apples? We got along pretty good, but apparently she was going through a divorce, and I was just a distraction. Anyway, so now we're gonna turn the burner down, add a little bit of this apple cider vinegar. I'm gonna stir it up with a metal spoon. Careful not to scratch my pan, because I'm an irresponsible bachelor and I don't own a wooden spoon. That doesn't look thick enough. Just add a little more brown sugar. Get to a nice thick liquidy paste. Yeah. Oh. Maybe the vinegar wasn't such a good idea. I don't know. Okay. Now we get the tub. We'll take the bacon. Don't worry, Ma, I wash my hands. What are you doing to me here? So, turn the burner off now. Pour a little of this on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that. Probably off camera. I'm going to pour a little bit of this on the bottom. And we're going to take doubles of the bacon. Hope you all can see that. Well, maybe better that you don't, because raw meat's kind of gross. Come on, stay flat. You might not be able to use all of this, which might not be a bad thing. This is really just a cooking experiment. But all right, well, I have some eggs. I'll save the rest for breakfast tomorrow. And one more, just kind of stick it in there, and then we'll take the rest of it, and we'll just kind of pour it over the bacon. Maybe I should have made a little more, but this ought to do. Really all you want is the bacon to soak up the flavor. Gross on my hand. Okay. Get off to the side and put something, we'll wrap that up, put it in the fridge. And we're going to close this up. We're going to put this in the fridge and let it marinate for a day or two. Depending on whether I space out, forget all about it. So we'll come back tomorrow and we'll cook it up. And hopefully it turns out okay. All right, so welcome back. We got our gas-powered handy-dandy meat cooking machine out here. Now you want to remember, folks, safety first. So you want to let this thing cook up to a couple of 100 degrees for a few minutes so it can burn off all the bacteria from the last time you cooked. Also remember to scrape off all the extra so it doesn't get caught up in whatever you're cooking this time. So while we wait for that, let's take a little look at the backyard here. So I cut down this tree and I'm gonna level off the slope right there at some point, and I'm gonna put a fire pit right there and replace this rickety fence. Hopefully my next door neighbor doesn't mind that, because we actually share a fence down that way. Anyway, once we get the fire going, we'll cook up this marinated bacon, and then hopefully it'll come out as good as I had it when I was with First Sergeant. Geez, I can't remember his name. Oh well. Anyway, let's see how this looks. Looks pretty good. Let's let that heat up for a few minutes more. All right, so we had a little bit of a hiccup with the camera, and so the meat's already underway as far as cooking goes. It's looking pretty good. Now remember, bacon grease cooks really hot. They used to knock down castle walls with it. Go look that up if you don't believe me. So I'm gonna give it a little flippy flip. You don't have to cook this for very long. You just want to get a little bit of a singe to the edges. Just a little bit of a crisp to it. We'll give it a few more minutes, and then we'll see where we're at. Yeah, that looks delicious. We lost a little piece down there at the bottom. Let's go get a plate. Alright, so again, folks, remember safety first. Turn off the gas so you can let the burners just burn off the less that's in the feed pipe. You want to listen for that little. That way you don't have any leftover and have a flare up in your face. Yeah, this is looking delicious. Yeah. Look at that. All right, let's go test it out. See how it tastes. You ready? All right, let's do this. Oh my God, that's delicious. Oh. Wow, that's way too good to be legal. Let's try the one that's got singes on the edges. Oh yeah, I should have cooked the rest of it just a little bit more so that it got that little crisp to the edge. Well, I hope you all try this at home because everybody should get a chance to test this.